Hey guys, Merry Christmas. Don't forget, it's 2020. No, it's actually 2012, isn't it?
2012.
2012, I'm sorry,
Yes.
I got my dates mixed. We met this guy down the street and we asked him, hey, we found out he was a martial artist.
Yeah.
And we decided, hey, could you come down and do us this thing we're doing on our video?
Wait, what was the sign? Will Marshall for food?
Yeah, we already fed him, so
Yeah.
this is good.
So this is paid.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have him show some stuff. I don't know what kind of stuff he actually does. He has a shirt that says he might be a martial artist, so we said, hey, what the heck?
Hey, I'm a chain belt ranking kung fu.
Because in 2020, we're going to be doing a show called Konversation. So this is one of those episodes that we're going to secretly have, and it's called the Lost Episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell us your name?
Why?
Well, just for prosperity's sake.
Dennis Duarte.
Oh, this is Dennis Duarte.
Dennis Duarte.
Again, we met him outside in front of Home Depot where Naeem works.
He mistaken me for a Mexican. I'm actually Portuguese.
Yes.
So anyways, he's going to be demonstrating some stuff that he knows, and this should be interesting, and hopefully you guys like this in the future. So you guys take it away. Have fun.
Hello everyone, Dennis Duarte, Chief Instructor under Grandmaster Harry Green of the One-on-One Filipino Martial Arts. But I'm also in 2022, somewhere in the future, I'm going to be launching my own quote-unquote school. I call it a real school. It's Island One Martial Arts that will take effect January 1st, 2022.
I'm a little confused though, sorry.
Yeah.
Cut you off, but I thought you were just a guy with a black belt.
I am. I got paid. I spent $49.95 to Bruce Lee I want to be, and I got certified. I'm a chain link belt kung fu
Now
master.
he is a kung fu master. And we're gonna play with sticks
We're
apparently.
gonna play with sticks and some knives.
Ooh!
So yeah, I could. You don't have a knife?
I can't prepare.
Mine is. So I'm going to show you some stuff. We're going to play just because I think it's good to show what Grandmaster Harry Green has taught me, and I want to share that with you folks. And then feel free to reach out to me or Grandmaster Green directly and have a conversation. So
Cool.
let's just play around and have some fun.
Oh, I love playing.
Yeah.
Let me adjust my mic
Sure.
so it looks pretty. There we go.
That looks pretty.
Alright, thank you. Appreciate it. Now
So,
let's
so what we do essentially when we start with Grandmaster Green
stop.
is we always start with the outside number one with the number two counter, because in that's about 80% of the things you know to go to combative knife. So let's start with that. Let's
I'm not
make
sure
it
I
simple.
know outside number one with number two now.
Well, you're lucky you know a chain belt in kung fu because
Awesome.
So lose the knife. All right. So what I want you to do is just walk with me.
It said disarm.
Okay. So we're going to start here, right? Hands to your side. All right. So outside number one is if somebody is going to attack you with the standard number one FMA strike on this side. So outside number one basically is just this movement. First movement is going to take a step out and parry that strike coming in. The next movement is going to bring your stick across your knee to protect your knee as you do an abanico strike to the forearm. Because remember, that stick is coming in and around. Okay. So you parried it, boom, you're going to stop it here. When you get to here, you're going to shift in place and do a C block on the tricep part of the arm to stop the arm from coming back. Because remember, stay where you are. That is coming this way, then it's going to come back. Remember, you're pushing it away, but it's going to come back. So you're going to do a C block on the arm. Then what you're going to do is you're going to step back as you strike down on that arm, destroying it. Then you're going to do the serrano lock and block. The serrano lock and we are the first 5 strikes that we do in the green system is from the serrano, because it gives us everything we need in the footwork and the basics of balance and strength in order for us to do what we have to do. Okay? So let's do that again, one more time. First is the number one strike. So number one strike, you're going to step out, parry, cover your knee, abanico to the forearm. From here, you're going to shift in place and C block that tricep. Now, this is very important. Stay where you are now. If you notice, we're in a triangle, which is the strongest form of structure. So this shift in place is huge, and I'll show you why in a minute. You want to make sure you have that there, so that way you stop the arm from coming back. From here, you're going to strike down to destroy the arm. Then you're going to lock and block the serrano finish. So what that looks like is, as he throws, I'm going to parry. As I come across, I'm going to stop that arm. It's going to be a check. Now this is why the shift in place is important. Most people are going to go this. You see how my hand, the fingers touch the bicep?
Yeah.
He can blow through that.
Yeah.
Because remember, I passed him. He's on his way back. I want to stop that. Okay? So as he comes, boom, parry, come up here. As he comes back, I'm going to shift in place, and I'm going to just stop that hold. Because from here, I have all these targets that I can finish off with. Okay? So when you look at it from the perspective of what is it you're trying to do, is you're trying to evade, stop, or disrupt, then destroy. So when we do that, again, boom, boom, I'm here, I just take him out here. Okay? There's a, Grandmaster Green uses a 2.5 second kill. I'm not going to show that here, but the elements of all that is in this first movement.
Yeah, you're trickling into everything that you're going to do later on.
Yeah, because the bottom line comes down to is without the basics, you don't know what you're going to do. I'm going to show that to you.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw a one. I want you to do. I want you to do the technique.
Okay.
So when I say stop, stop. Boom, boom, stop.
Ooh.
Yeah. You see where he's at?
Mm.
Okay. So when we share this on the map, I always ask people, where is the technique and the movement? Everything that the movement is the technique.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the movement. Where is the technique and the movement? So I'm going to show you. Do it again. Nope, you do it again.
Okay.
Boom. Okay, now see, go back to where you were. This is the technique. Why is this the technique?
Because now it's off. You can't hurt me.
Bingo. That's the first part of the technique. Finish the movement. Go ahead. There's the second part of the technique. Why is that the second part? Why is that a technique in the movement?
Well, because I don't want to get hit.
Right, and you stop me, and look at, it's short of me kind of going back here, and if I have a knife, I got nothing, right? Finish me off. Boom. Here.
Oh.
Here, defending that snake.
Okay.
And then lock and block.
And then,
So lock and block would be here, and this comes here because this is a knife.
Oh,
Boom, right, yep. You just go, keep that in check as you stab, because that goes back and forth, back and forth. There you go. Why is that movement important?
because weapons keep coming back if you're not eliminated.
True, but more, think of a train, that rotation, right? So when you see this, that is a striking motion that we use. So when you throw, boom, 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 right? Watch that. As I come here, I'm striking this way. I'm not doing this, because as you can see in the mirror, it opens up.
Yeah.
I'm keeping this here to protect my face, so people can see.
The pretty face.
It's just pretty. But I'm keeping this here. So
Right.
if I go up this way, all of this is open,
Right.
right? So I keep this here. This is protected. This is protected. And I still have to generate enough power in dropping on that arm. So when you do that, most of us go here for our finishing technique.
Right.
Our finishing here. Right? So if I come here, boom.
That step back makes so much sense now.
Yeah. It gives you the arm.
Yeah, because it allows you to drop all that with you.
Yeah.
Oh, so staying here with you. Oh, I see.
So let's go back to that. It's a good point.
Okay.
So as I'm here, boom, 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 and I step back, now watch. Let's say you slip that block,
Right.
slip it. Now I'm here. As I'm here, you slip that block. I'm here. So the footwork's crucial, like with any FMA. The footwork is crucial in everything we do.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But then again, that's just that one exercise.
That's what we start with. Because, and we spend a lot of time on outside one with the number 2 counter, because, like I said, 80% of what we do is encompassed in that.
Right.
So let me show you.
Okay.
Grab your knife.
Yeah. Tell me what.
All right, so we both have knives. Slow, throws the one, boom. Remember, where's the technique?
Right.
Now you see the importance of that technique, right?
Yeah.
So that first part of that technique is I get that out of the way, right? Now, sticking with the true movement, the lesson as Green would call it, as I come up, I catch him here, right?
Right.
Now you understand the importance of that technique. Come underneath me. Come above me. Okay? Now watch. Come underneath me. Why do that? Why do you want to come underneath me? Go up. Why come underneath? Why go? So the beauty of this is that once we get that block, boom, 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 I'm here. He wants to come underneath, which is the common thing. Because if you're with a trained FMA person, their number one move back is here.
Yeah.
Right. Boom. Up. So if I have an anticipation that once I feel that done, I'm just right here. Why am I going to mess around with this? Understand the one thing when we get into the combative part of what Green teaches, and what I also share,
And what you're going to teach.
and what I will teach.
Later in the future,
In the
many
future.
years from now.
Yeah, many years from now, is what I share is basically, I'm about pure violence. From the combative aspect, pure violence. Because I don't carry a knife,
Right.
and Rick and I were having this conversation, we don't carry knives because of the fact that in California, with our skill set and our training, we become the aggressor even though we're defending ourselves.
Right.
But, so I want to know what to do with the knife if I get it. So if I'm going to have to defend myself, I work with two intentions. One is, after the incident, I go home and I call my attorney. The second intention is, I go home. Okay, so using that off of this premise, so throw boom, boom, boom. Naeem, he's not a bad guy, but I just need to get him off of me. I go home, call my attorney, dude, I'm at a barbecue, and this dude came at me with a knife, I stuck him in his sling.
He happens to be Mexican.
Hey.
Yeah.
Never mind. So,
I'm sorry, right here.
oh, sorry. So if I'm here and I'm sticking him, that's not going to be a kill shot, because I'm not going to really do much other than just get him in and push him away, back off, and diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
Now that being said, if it's a dark alley, my car breaks down somewhere, now my intention is to go home. So as he throws that, I'm just right here. Make every bit of use of that, so I can just go home. So when you come to Green, eventually when you come to because I'm following his model of teaching, is the first 2 or 3 years you're going to learn the basics. Because although this looks simple, there's a lot of intricate parts to that technique.
Yeah.
Because in order for you to, I'll show you what I mean by that. All right, so if I go here, right? I go here and I go here. What did I not do?
You didn't shift.
Exactly. Just stiffen your arm and turn it. It's just that simple. There's no complexity other than understanding. There's no complexity.
Right, because my idea
Boom. That's why we're here, because I need to be in balance. In order, because I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to come up, he's going to go low. But here's the other part of that coin. This C block, you'll see this common in what we do at one-on-one and the island one. Because it tells me what he's going to do next. If he goes up, I just follow him. If he goes down, I just follow him. If I were to grab him, I just take your arm up and over. What's happened to my arm? I've inverted. This is why we don't grab. We don't grab unless there's a reason to, which I'll get to a little later.
Okay. Wow, just a simple, simple exercise.
I'm 57 years old, I'm fat, and I got a bad knee. And I can do from 0 to 60, I can do 0 to 60 in about 4.5 hours.
But you look a lot slimmer than you will in 10 years.
Thank you. But the point I'm making with this is at this age, I gotta be efficient.
Okay. So you said something interesting that I really caught my ear. I'm all about violence.
I'm all about balance.
All right. So how does that work on your end and then the end of the attacker? Because
well, I'm gonna move this microphone real quick so the audio, this thing's poking me in the neck. Sorry, Rick. All right.
no, because when I think violence, I think receiving violence.
Mm-hmm.
But here you're more on meeting violence with violence.
You have to.
Okay.
You have to. When you're talking, okay, couple things. Green will talk about the lesson, which we in the vernacular of the martial arts world is the art.
Okay.
There's the lesson, and then there's lesson/art and the application. In the art itself, you have to be more gentle, so you can teach your body to move a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
That's why with the stick stuff, boom, right? You're learning the movements, you're learning the footwork, you're learning how to be in balance.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is, if you come in with that knife, I just want out, and I don't want you coming after me. In order for me to do that, I have to have the proper mindset of, it's going to get violent. If you're training in the arts and you don't have a violent mindset, personal opinion, you might want to think about that. You know, unless you go in with the idea of, I'm going to be a competition person.
Right.
Okay?
Or I'm just doing this, for to pass the time.
Exactly.
Right.
There's danger in that though.
Mm.
Because you walk around with a black belt, you're in a group of people, and everybody knows you're second, third degree black belt in something, and all of a sudden the bad guy jumps out of the bushes. Well, exactly. Well, what's going to happen? What's everybody going to do? Naeem, you're a black belt. Exactly. So, the whole intention of training is to defend yourself.
Okay.
And Rory Miller says it perfectly, not Rory, but Tim Larkin says it perfectly. he says, you have to meet violence with violence, paraphrasing. And that's what we do. This is, Green's art comes from the military, so it's a combative art. We've, again, taken the first 5 strikes of Serrata to flesh out the art and make an art out of it. But when you get past the art, the lesson parts, when we get into combative stuff, it's conceptual, which we'll show in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I get it theoretically, but I want to see it.
So, but the key thing is we got to build this base.
Got it.
So
then it's
again,
Bob.
yeah,
Bob.
yeah. So go this way.
Okay.
So take it slow.
All right.
Go with the knife. That's the technique.
Okay.
All right. Boom. Keep it checked. Remember, I'm coming back this way.
Right.
Boom. Okay. Now this is the second technique. Because why?
Right. Because keeping it away from me.
Exactly.
Yeah. And do I define snake, or do I just go for the?
Do
Does it
the
change
lesson.
within? Okay.
Do the lesson.
lesson.
Yeah.
And then.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Boom. Boom. Right. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm giving folks an example, right?
Cable.
So I'm giving folks an example of what a typical,
Testing. All right, we're good.
what a typical lesson would be. Boom. Boom. There we go. Boom. Yeah. Okay. Now, unlike a stick, which is an impact weapon, a knife you don't need to hit hard on because if you have a sharp blade, it does the work for you. So as he comes, I'm out. I'm out. So it's designed. This is where people who play with knives it takes a while to get to because
Scared me. This is scary.
So, so when you have a stick, people feel you have to hit hard. When they put the knife in there, they feel that same pressure. Grandmaster Marco Rome is a friend of mine. Talks about how the blade do the work.
Yeah,
So if he throws, boom, boom, I'm here, right? Now he comes back, come back. I just need to be right here. Now this is my kind of go-to move, as you probably figured out.
Yeah.
But you feel that?
Yeah.
Lift your neck up. You see where it's at? All I got to do, if I want to call my lawyer, I clip him. If I want to go home, I push in, turn. It's a matter of intention. The movements are the same.
Okay.
You just change them a little bit.
Yeah, the end result depending on the situation.
Yeah. So we showed you a stick. We showed you a knife. Now let's do it at the end. You keep your knife.
Oh.
I don't carry a knife. Folks I know who are knife fighters don't carry a knife. Told you why? Because of legality of it all. Bad guy doesn't care about legalities. That's why.
That plays a part well.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about using that same concept, there's the technique. What's the technique?
Yeah.
Clear the knife, right? I check this to keep it at bay.
Okay.
Here's a second technique, right? And if I'm going to come, I'm coming at it with what they call a fitting side, or I'm just punching at that fist, and again, just for the technique. Now, how do we translate that in? That's the lesson. Art. How do we translate that into application?
Okay.
Don't worry. All right, we're going to go slow. So as I come here, boom, right? Same opening, okay? Slow. 1, 2, right? We just did that, right? 1, 2, right? There's a technique. 1, 2. But from a combative standpoint, I'm here. Now, why is this important? One, look at the position of my arm. I can go here, right? But I want to go here just in case what's your natural bingo, right? You want to cut that. So this is where the little idiosyncrasies start to come into play. If I go this way, cut. Now, there's muscles and tendons here. That's going to make this ineffective. But when I come in, it's more efficient if I just keep that hand straight up, okay? Once I get here, the next move is here, right? Well, this movement, who was the gentleman we saw boxing earlier?
Oh, Fernando Solis.
Yeah, Fernando Solis was doing uppercuts,
Yeah.
right? Well, uppercut is nothing but this movement, or this movement is nothing but an uppercut, right? So if he throws boom, 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 right? I get him here, I'm going to pull him in. As I pull him in, I'm going to shoot here. Then I'm going to shoot here, okay? You feel that?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it again slow. When you feel the pressure or the pain point, I want your body to react naturally.
Okay.
I come here, it goes up.
Yeah.
I come back and I watch my body. I'm not coming back here. I'm coming here, I'm rotating my body, and I'm coming up under the ribs. Why is this important? This is gonna stun him. His body doesn't know what it's gonna do. It's like, oh shoot, I just took a shot.
Yeah, it's a nerve shot.
This is gonna make him hopefully lose his breath. Okay?
Can I see that for real?
Yeah, sure. Come on over.
Did you catch it on the camera? No?
Fourth wall.
So, very good. So I come in, boom, I'm here. Everybody knows this move. If you've done any type of FMA, any type of karate, everybody knows this move. We're not here to reinvent the wheel. We're here to work with, at least that's what I do, I work with who I am within my own body and with the students who I am in front of within their own body.